Happy Friday, Lakeshore family. If you attended our Wednesday preview night a week ago on Wednesday, or even perhaps you attended a Sunday worship time, you heard Pastor Chris talk about being intentional in our disciple life groups. And that our goal, I guess, so to speak, is to see disciples growing in their relationship with Christ towards becoming spiritual parents. In fact, as a church and individually, we are restored to pursue life, loving God, investing in community, filling the needs, and expanding the kingdom. I want to encourage you to think about that and study more for yourself. But I also want to take time today to remind our parents that our kids are no different. I bet you didn't know that people begin developing their worldview between the ages of 15 and 18 months. And that worldview is almost completely established by the time they are age 14. So babies in our nursery are already beginning to understand the world around them. And middle schoolers have already decided how they view the world. But what kind of worldview are we helping them to establish? So biblical worldview means that we have a system of beliefs that as Christians we use to interact with the world. Things like God's truth guides our lives. We make choices that are based on God's commands, our beliefs about humanity and God and creation, where moral order comes from, our purpose and our salvation by faith. But there's a new study out by Barna that shows preteens are rejecting this biblical worldview at alarming rates. So that's why it's so important to be intentional in kids ministry. We want our babies in the nursery to begin to see a biblical worldview through the loving arms and gentle voices of the leaders telling Bible stories and singing music. We want kids up to our third grade to understand the Bible as God's word, that it is a word that is inherently true, and it's more than a bunch of stories, but it's the basis for our lives. And we want kids and our preteens to understand who they are, how they interact with the world around them through a biblical lens. Our goal is to see children become saved, encouraged to serve, and trained to become spiritual parents to their peers. That sounds weird, but they can be. They are restored as well, or will be restored to pursue life. But kids ministry can't do it by ourselves. If we have kids for 1 hour a week for a year, we have them for 52 hours out of 8,760 hours. That's not very much. We want to come alongside parents as the primary role of discipler of your children so that you and us together are building a lifetime of faith in your kids. So if you have questions, I urge you to ask. My door is open. I want you to understand the vision of our kids ministry and where we want to go with that. And so I encourage you to ask those questions now. And as always, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Sunday.